Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today we got some interesting news from Kaizer Chiefs that Sekgota has left Kaizer Chiefs. Sekgota has left Kaizer Chiefs and is apparently, according to Abo Unplayable, etc., going to Stellenbosch. So that's very interesting for us Chiefs fans, and a lot of us are excited that he's at least going somewhere he can enjoy, and some people are sad. Not everyone knows where they stand. But yeah, guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to be chatting about transfers. We're going to be chatting about what we're planning to see in the coming weeks, maybe possible signings. But yeah, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Thank you to those who have been subscribing. I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get to it. Sekgota, guys. What have we lost in Sekgota? Let's ask ourselves. Are we happy that we lost Sekgota, or are we sad? Sometimes when I used to watch Sekgota play, it used to remind me of when you were in grade one and learning how to play soccer. The first thing you did was just kick and run after the ball. You kicked it far, and if you're the fastest person, you just run. And then that time you were telling yourself you're a star, but you didn't do anything. You just kicked and you ran faster than everyone. But sometimes that's how he played. But the thing is, guys, there's sometimes we have to analyze players and we have to ask ourselves, did we get the best out of the player? Because when we look at Sekgota last season, Sekgota, when he actually saves Arthur Zwane's job to some degree last year. Because when when we were failing to win games, Arthur Zwane brought in Sekgota, and Sekgota was like, on fire. He even got a Bafana call up and was giving Bafana assists. So how does a player like that go up? Like all of a second Sunday, now you don't want him. And the answer to that is unfortunately, bad coaching. I know I've been saying this a lot. I'm sure some of you are already irritated, like, nazo kuqalile ngalo mbhedo wakho coaching. Hey, give us more info. But yeah, guys, it's coaching, guys, because if you check some Kamohelo Sekgota's game, Sekgota can dribble like crazy, can dribble like crazy, and he can finish a man, etc., etc. But the problem is he was struggling to cut in. He could only run on the line or run past someone on the line, and then he was not at least scoring, and his assists were bad, but he was creating penalties and he was damaging people. So the question is, if you can see a player can bulala everyone, and my reason why I'm scared of this coaching thing is because, let's be honest, guys, isn't Christian Saile similar to Sekgota? They just kick and run. So by the end of this coming season, will we have a Christian Saile thing where he's also getting sold? Is that what's going to happen? Because it seems like we have coaches who don't know how to train a player. Because Sekgota, you have to train him individually and then as a team. Individually and then as a team. It's the same issue I have with Mashiane. Mashiane, when he came from DTC, he had a problem yokuthi when others one played him at DTC, others one played a 3-5-2, meaning ukuthi Mashiane was a wing back. And around that 3-5-2, I think a lot of you will remember when we were doing that 3-5-2, it was around the time when Chelsea, I think it's Conte, that guy who was busy doing his wingers. So everyone thought that was the best thing until City figured it out and started dumpering everyone. And then that 3-5-2, now it's a formation that doesn't work. We've all seen that it fails. But anyway, so at DTC, others one used to play Mashiane as a wing back. So Mashiane used to play on the left wing, but he was neither a defender and he was neither an attacker. He was like between both. But if you actually watch those games, you would realize good Mashiane was just finishing people. He was more attacking than he was defensive. But now that he's in the senior team, the first thing they say is that if you are a left back, you need to know how to what? Defend. But now that's the one thing he can't do. And the worst part is that even going forward, he's not 100%. Because going forward, you can see good to know there's still some holes in the guy's game. So my problem, guys, is that we need to ask ourselves what is happening with the coaching at Chiefs, because it feels like we are losing some players that are coachable. that we can coach and get them to do the right things, guys. So Sekgota, we're losing him, but I feel like maybe with the right coaching, he would have been better. And this will be interesting because Sekgota is now going to play with Steve Barker. Steve Barker, if he's playing with Steve Barker 100%, one thing I can tell you guys is that by December, at least, Sekgota will look like a different player. And when Sekgota looks like a different player by December, you'll see teams like Pirates signing him. Because then it will all go down to who's coaching the player. Pela Sekgota went to Swallows. Swallows barely had coaching. And then he now came to Chiefs. It has Abu Atazwani, barely coaching. So you can already see that it's a coaching problem, guys. But yeah, that is my opinion. My opinion is that I'm glad that the boy went. This thing of sitting on the bench is not good. So who do I expect to follow Sekgota? Okay, since we can see Guti, if Sekgota was better than Sabelo Khatebe last season, was better than Umahlatsi last season, then why would we think with those two would stay? I don't think they'll stay. I think something will happen. Usabelo Khatebe and Mahlatsi will probably get loaned out. Sifama. Sifama, we won't even talk about him. When last did you even see Sifama in training? He's nowhere to be seen. I don't know if he's with Kelly's. I don't know if he's with the Kaizer. Like, I don't know anymore what's happening to those boys. We also have Abu Macheke. We have Abu... I forgot Abu is it Lisaka? I forgot that boy's name. Him also, he was sent on loans to NFT teams and stuff like that. And yeah, one point, guys, I want to address, and I want you guys to tell me if I'm making sense or if I'm talking nonsense. If I'm talking nonsense, please let me know. Me personally, I don't think it's valuable to loan a player to the NFT. Our players that we have loaned to the NFT have all not come back better than anyone. They've been useless when they come back from NFT. A lot of them go to NFT and they don't even see Chiefs colors again. So my thing is that it feels like NFT does not benefit a player you're trying to loan. So my thing is that Chiefs, for me, I would say two options. If you're gonna loan your youngster or loan your youngster or just a general player, loan them to a smaller team in the DSTV Premiership. So, for example, if I want to loan this season Uduba, I must not loan him to NFT. No, I must loan him to Stellenbosch. I must loan him to maybe even Arrows if I have to. Loan him to Arrows. Not Arrows, let me say Cape Town Spurs, because those are the teams that are really focused on youngsters. Arrows is not bad, but let me say Cape Town Spurs, Staleys. Those are the teams I would loan him to. Just to know that he will be playing Pirates, Sundowns, Cape Town City, Swallows, Supersport. Those are the teams he'll be playing. He won't be playing the NFT football. And we know NFT sometimes they don't play on good pitches and stuff like that. So there's bad injuries, bad refereeing. It's just bad in NFT. So that's option number one. Loan him to a team in the DSTV Premiership. And if things are bad and he doesn't get to play, at least he'll be in the DDC team in the PSL. So you'll be playing the DDC, which a lot of good players have played in the DDC. So it's still a high level competition. So that is one. Number two, then if you're not loaning them to that, then loan them to lower division international teams, right? So go to Belgium 3rd division, where Pesitao actually started playing. Loan the player there. Loan the player to French 3rd division. Loan the player to Dutch 3rd division. Loan the player to just 3rd division, maybe even 2nd division if they are showing the potential. Because 2nd division over in Europe is very tough. But the reason why I say loan them to those divisions is because at least they will get professionalism. They'll focus on their career. They'll get the basics. Basics 100%. In Europe, it's all about basics. And then, number one, If Chiefs doesn't want the player, you could find that the team that he plays for there will say, no, we want him. We're willing to pay you like 2 million rand for him. Sharp, then the player's gone, you sell him 2 million rand. Or if the player comes back, at least he has qualities that are better than what he would have got at NFD. So that's where I'm at with loans, and I want you guys to tell me if I'm making sense with that. So yeah, that is Sekgota and the other players, Sabelo Debe, etc. And then the next player I want to talk about is Thabo Cele. So Thabo Cele apparently Valley is coming to Chiefs. So that's what everyone is reporting. He's agreed a contract with Chiefs. He said goodbye to his teammates in that team. With that name that is funky, Rado, what, in Poland, whatever. So Thabo Cele is on the way. And now the question is, will Thabo Cele be ready to play on Sunday against Chippa United? This is my opinion. Thabo Cele must start on the bench. On the bench. If he gets to play, I say start him on the bench. Just put him on the bench, guys. Put him on the bench and give him the last 20 minutes with Castillo. Sithi sipheke nyana yabona sipheke nyana before i-Sundowns sibone ukuthi kuphumani ipapa or ipapa lingaphekwanga or what, we want to see, guys, ukuthi kuzophekekani lapha, so that is my take on that. And then yeah, guys, so that is my take on Thabo Cele. If Mahango is coming, I don't believe Mahango should start on against Chippa, because I don't think he will be ready for that Chiefs system that is broken. So if Mahango comes, I don't think so. But yeah, if Cele comes, I think he must sit bench. And then here's another thing I want to ask you guys about. I want to ask you guys about what you think the season's going to look like. Yes, throughout the week, we're going to keep asking these questions to see where everyone's head is at, etc. But we have got players, unlike last season. I feel like we have been getting the players. So this season is not a case of Guti. There's nothing at all. This season, the players are there. Now it's all about coaching and getting everyone right. It's going to be difficult, but do you see us really doing something this year? Or is it going to be another building season? Because, hey, one thing I will be honest about, guys. I would have rather Chiefs invested in a coach like Nabi, or a coach who we see a long-term future in, and then said, this season, you may not win anything, but we need to see your identity and we need to see what you're building. And my thing is that with that, we tell him, Guti, if by December we don't see something, you're going to be let go. With Mulifenziki, I don't know what the talk is, but I'm scared. I am really scared to be for my big lovable team of Amakhosi to be coached by Ntsiki, but I respect him as a scout. He has identified a lot of good players as a scout, but it's just the coaching that I'm scared of. And it's not me trying to be nasty, and it's not me trying to be negative, but from the teams I've watched him coach, I don't. And I know a lot of people were attacking me on other platforms when they were saying, but at national team you don't get time with the players, you don't get what. Guys, national team, you get the best players of your country. And then on top of that, in national team, Mulifenziki was getting beat by what? Ethiopia. What is it? Oh, Ethiopia or whatever that team was, or Somalia. I forgot the team that beat us. And he was struggling against the Swazilands, the Lesotho, those kind of level of opponents. We weren't qualifying for tournaments. And my thing is, Kaizer Chiefs this season has a group of new players. It's like a mini Bafana, if you have to take that and a concept there. It's like a mini Bafana, and you have to get these guys to gel as soon as possible. Because this week there's a game. Next week, the Sundowns, then MTN 8 and all of those things. So If he struggled with Bafana, it makes me scared to think that he will now all of a second Sunday be good with Chiefs. But I want to have faith. I don't like the signing of Unseke, but it is what it is. We are here now. So yeah, I want to have faith and see where we go. But yeah, guys, thank you for subscribing to the channel. And those who haven't subscribed, if you enjoy the channel, please keep subscribing, because when you subscribe, my Chita and family, it makes me know that you like the content, and it pushes me to bring more fire, Sifuni more fire, Baba, more fire. No, we must grow this channel to a point where we create our own more fire through the channel. We'll call it more chiefs, yabon? Yeah, more chiefs. Not here vibe, more chiefs. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening.